Welcome back to Kids Planning. I'm Peyton.
And I'm Allison.
And today we're talking about Game of Hunt, which is coming to Kickstarter soon. Game of Hunt is a fun, cooperative storybook game, and there's 4 scenarios in the game. Trash Monster, the magic mushrooms, space, and the monkey temple.
Yes. What's really cool about this game, what is really cool about this game that's
Almost
unique?
Every piece is magnet.
It's magnet. So you've got all your scenarios, your pieces stick. Did that one move?
So
and everything comes in this little box here that is also magnetized, if I can get it open. And then it just sticks right there. So we've got the rule books here. And there's, so yeah, like Peyton said, there's 4 scenarios. We've got this chart here on each page that tell you how to set up your scenario board depending on
story.
Yes, there is a really fun flavor text story that goes along with each one. And this first one, there's a trash monster in your town and he's throwing trash everywhere and you're supposed to get rid of it. And the next one, there's magic mushrooms everywhere, trying to collect them to make stew, but you have to be careful because those magic mushrooms can teleport you if you roll the wrong number. And the next one, you're on a space planet with aliens and you're trying to collect all the resources on the planet before your timer runs out. And then the last one, you are in a temple in the jungle and there is robot monkeys that you have to shut down. So the whole point is you've got these cubes and you are working as a team to move across the grid to get rid of and collect these cubes. You do that by having these cards. These cards you move according to, you go up, down, left, right, and then you've got this grab hand. The grab hand is how you collect the cubes. Now, it depends on how you're oriented around the board. So if I'm facing this direction, this is how these arrows move for me. If I have this card here, I'm going to move this direction. But if I'm this way, I'm going to move to the left or the right, depending on how I am. So that makes it really fun. And you can do 3 actions. So you start with 5 cards, you have 3 actions in the game, and one of those that I really like is you can share your cards. So that makes it really cool when you're cooperating because you can communicate the whole time and it's like, okay, well, what do you need? How do you need to move? And
another one is you can discard cards and then draw back up.
That is nice. If you're stuck and you're like, I can't move, you can take one of your actions, discard your whole hand, and draw up to 5 cards. That's one of your 3 actions, but it's really nice that that's available, especially for if you've got a kid that's just really frustrated that they don't feel like they can do it. They had that like restart for their turn available. And then you've got this little tracker here that moves according to your rounds.
And another thing that's really nice is that there is 1 teleport card, which if I were here, I could teleport
anywhere
here,
you want on the grid.
Even on this, but you can't teleport on the obstacles.
Right, there are obstacles in every scenario and you would draw your cards and place them according to the grid.
Then I could use a hand to get this, and the goal of this one is to get all the trash.
All the trash. So what did you like about Game of Hunt?
I like it because it's cool how it's one game, but each scenario is very different, but they all have the same mechanic.
That's right.
In one game.
Yeah, I really liked the move mechanic, and I really liked that if I'm sitting on a different angle or a different side of the board, I can move completely different from you just because even though it's the same cards, I'm moving different.
And it's also really cool how each piece is just magnetic.
Yep, and they all fit in this little magnet, and it is a book. So you can take it with you. It's very like just throw in a bag type thing because these just all fit in here just like that, and then it closes. All the pieces fit in there great. The one thing I will say is this comes, it's magnetized, but it will come off. So you need to be sure wherever you put it in your bag or bookshelf or whatever that you know that this does come off. And the rule book will slide inside of it, but it's not magnetized.
And you do not want to close it when it's set up. You're able to. It will knock a few.
They stayed on really good though. There's a couple things that aren't magnetized, like the dice. Again, this is a prototype, so it might be magnetized. We're not sure. That'd be cool if it. Well, I don't think you can't magnetize it because unless you're not. If you roll it there, then it would stick.
Yeah.
So it's like you just drop it.
That's bad. If you.
Yep, it's like, oh, that's exactly what I wanted to roll. So I guess there's a reason why that's not magnetized. And but everything else is, other than the cards. The cards are not magnetized, but they do fit nicely in here. Now this is a 1 to 6 player, which I really, really like, and Jared loves too. If you've been hanging out on our channel, you know that Jared is our solo player. So he's gonna come on in just a second and let you know his perspective, because he's played this scenario solo and he wants to let you know his thoughts on that.
So I'm Jared, and my thoughts on this solo are, like, I love how it can be solo, but it's not like they just tried making it solo just because someone asked them to. They, like, it really fit into the game. It's not like they had to change a bunch of stuff to make it solo. And it's just really cool how they did that. And they make it so that since there's only one player, they make it so that's easier. First, because the play area is smaller. You don't have these 2 rows or these 2 columns, so there's less area for you to go. And it's actually like, you can go more times, but there's also more rounds. Most of the time, like, the rounds are all the way up because you're the only character there. And since it's less area for you to move, you can easily just pick up all the trash in this scenario.
Now you say easily, are there any, like, would you rather play solo or would you rather play cooperative, personally?
I would rather play cooperative, because playing cooperative it gets so many fun memories playing cooperative when you, like, get so close to winning.
Yeah, like when we were doing there was the space one we were doing, and we were so close, and we got really excited because we were like almost there, and we just needed one more turn. We were on the last round. Last turn we didn't make it. But it was still a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, but in the solo mode, it's like you don't get as many fun memories because there's not other people there. And something else that makes me definitely want to play this more with more people is that you can trade cards.
That does make it easier.
It's a very big aspect of the game, and you don't have a bigger hand. It's just...
You still just have the 5 cards.
Yeah, you still just have the 5 cards.
Does the monster and the mushrooms and does all that still happen? We've got the wind in on the planet and all that stuff.
And
all
with
that
no
still
one
moves.
Trading cards, it's really hard, because if they have the perfect card, like... In the cooperative game, if they have the perfect card that you need, but they don't need it, you can just ask, can I have that? But in solo...
It's just you.
Yeah, it's just you there. Everyone else is left, and it's just you with a bunch of obstacles and trash cubes everywhere.
Even though this is like a kid-family game, you still felt it was challenging as a 12-year-old. But what's nice is on the back of the rule book, they give you how to make it easier and give you tips to make it easier. They also make it how to make it more difficult, maybe making your rounds fewer, or putting more things out, or less obstacles, so you have more spaces you have to move to get to things.
And
I really appreciated that.
Mode.
Yes, they do have a competitive mode. If you want to play competitively, you still have the same goals, but it's who can achieve more of those goals will win that game that way.
Yeah,
I still really like it as the cooperative. We really enjoyed playing this game.
Like, I love how it's just a storybook with different stories in it, because I love flavor text and I love all the different stories.
Yeah, he had fun reading the stories before each scenario.
I learned that I do have a big story voice.
You do.
I also love how it's actually a book called Game of Hunt with a board in it. That's really cool to me.
It is like a storybook, and I really like that too.
And it's also really fun when you're, like, playing out the story. It's really fun if you could, like, make a story with it.
Like how?
Like, it starts with this story, and then you add on to it based on what you did. Like,
using your own imagination to add to the story based on how we play it?
Yeah, like,
that's cool.
You say you go along the path and find a trash cube and you pick it up, or you go along this rabbit path over here to get that trash cube.
They have little artwork in here. There's like a pumpkin being driven by a reindeer. There's a cat here. There's other little things. There's a little mouse.
On the space one, there's a cat trying to get a star.
Yeah, there was the cat, and like, what was the pun that we said? It's in Couter Space?
Meowter
Space. Some Meowter Space.
Yeah, this definitely gives a lot of fun memories.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a lot of fun. So this is Game of Hunt. This is kind of just our thoughts on the game. This is a prototype. It's coming to Kickstarter soon. So we will leave a link to where you can find that in the description below. While you're down there, hit the like button if you enjoyed this, and that subscribe button right there.
And watch our other videos right over here.
We will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.